Hello, dude.
Hey there. How's it
One
going, Jimmy?
and
Hello.
Hello, Duke.
Hey, nice to
Hello,
see you
Jimmy.
again. Hello, Duke.
Good to see you guys.
I'm quite surprised with all the names we saw on the list and everything. We only have like four of us.
I have another two.
Okay.
Other two are coming. One is Eva, you have met. Another one is our Thai friend who is a friend for many years, and he connect with those people who has land.
Okay. We give them one more minute. Let me make sure that we give the opportunity for everybody to sign in just in case they
Yeah,
don't.
I just called them up and they said they are ready, and
Okay.
we don't know what happened.
These
Let me
people have
call
not
them.
working with me, so they probably don't know that we supposed to be Toastmaster. We're supposed to be very punctual.
Right.
Give them 1 minute. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Doing
well.
well.
Good, good, very good.
Is it morning time for you?
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock.
7 a.m.
Yeah, 7 a.m. On Monday. Yes.
Wonderful. And you mentioned you're in San Diego, right?
Yes, I am in the beautiful San Diego. Yes.
How's the weather right now?
The weather is very chill. It's getting a little bit warmer pretty soon, but right now it's about 60-degree outside, and it will get to a little bit high 70s. Of course, we use Fahrenheit over here, so I just have to keep doing the mental math every time I'm in Vietnam or Asia.
Uh, hey, 70s, highs of 70s is pretty nice. Can't say the same in Bangkok. Highs of 100 feels like 110.
Yeah, I know we very spoiled. It's below 70, it's too cold over here, and if um over 70 it's hot. But we do have wildfires, and we do have some of those issues that are going on that we have to deal with in San Diego, unfortunately. All right. I
Sorry,
think we're gonna let people join us, and we're gonna kick off pretty soon here because I'm on a very tight schedule.
Evening, everyone.
hi,
Hello.
Pastor Eva.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Jimmy. How are you? Good evening,
I'm
Dr.
very
Wanda.
good.
Good evening, Pastor.
Yeah, we have quite a few folks. So if you don't mind, please go rename yourselves to the name so we can recognize name easily. One person I really want to make sure I join us. That's my friends in Chiang Mai. So let me send her a last note, and then I will come back, and we're gonna.
Pastor Eva, can you change your name?
Oh, okay. How do I change that?
If you don't know, let me try whether we can change for you.
Okay.
Or I cannot. I have to be the host.
I can change.
Right?
I can change it. Yes.
Yeah, host, you can change it.
Okay.
Sometimes
Good
they're not
evening, Dr.
familiar. They
I'm
don't
not the
know how
host.
to change.
Okay. See, I'm going to give you the co-host so you can just help me with everything that we do here. Definitely, we need to have a timer because we are Toastmaster. We cannot run the meeting without a timer. So we try to be good. We already a couple minutes into this, so that's good. All right, I think let's Wanda again. I'm apologize for using
Oh,
the
no,
wrong
no
name at
problem.
first, but make it easy, I'm going to call you Dr. Wang, so that's why I'm not too confused. Usually every given time we have about like 10 projects going on, so I'm a lot of time I'm just like mess up time and people and names and all that bad stuff, but my apology. All right. Wanda, would you like to go around and introduce your team? Because I think that most of my folks, either in San Diego or in Orange County, a little bit early. I do have a one that say that she in Vietnam, so same time zone with you, and one in Bangkok, so there should be same time zone with you too.
Right.
Nothing else. We definitely want to get the Bangkok thing going first, and then let's see how we doing with it, Chiang Mai.
Okay, so I think here you already know, because those all involved with Toastmaster, so we call Toastmaster. Is it okay? And Toastmaster Eva.
Good evening, everyone.
And yeah, here we have two new team member. Last time we have, oh, see this new member, something is wrong with his. Oh, great. He went to a wrong place. Please give me a minute. Let me handle him first.
While we're doing that, why don't we just ask David? Because I think I met you at the conference last month in Hanoi. I didn't really get a chance to sit down and talk to you much, but just tell us a little bit about yourself, dude, and why you want to get involved with this project.
Thanks. Yes, I'd be happy to, Jimmy. Yes, hello everyone. My name is Duke Davis. I am a Toastmaster as well as a teacher right now in Bangkok. So I was able to listen to Jimmy's awesome speeches, and I've been a part of Wanda's and other Toastmasters clubs around Bangkok. So I just finished up my year teaching at an international school here in Bangkok, and I'm super interested in the whole idea of building a school. I think it's just fascinating. It aligns kind of with what I want to do in my career and education, and just seems like a really great opportunity to be a part of and help out with what I can.
Great. All right. Thank you so much for having to join us today, Duke. I'm really looking forward to have the chance to collaborate and partner with you here. So, Andy, would you like to introduce yourself again one more time?
Yes, I'm a Toastmaster from U.S. back in 1999. I rejoined Toastmasters in 2010, became a president for Saturday Toastmasters, and did that for about 4 years, and then kind of dropped out because we were involved with some other projects. Then we reunited with Toastmasters in 2023 with Sukhumvit Toastmasters Club. We also have a new club called Bilingual, which is Mandarin and English. And basically, with Toastmasters, that's what I've been involved with.
Great. So glad to have you again. And now, Toastmaster Eva, before I asking you, can you turn your camera 90 degrees? Because right now you like vertical. See that better? Yes.
Hey, very good.
Yes. Now we can see you. All right. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is TM Eva. I'm currently running my PhD program. We have a school in Bangkok, which we are partnering with Dr. Wanda. It started 11 years ago. So we are still in it and we are doing great. So I'm happy to be part of this project, and I've seen what you've done, and it's giving me joy to be part of the project.
Great. All right. I'm so glad to have you, and we have a chance to talk again today. All right, Tan, you just joined us. We just go around and introduce ourselves. So I'm so glad that you just made on time. And please introduce yourself quickly, and then we get going with our meeting.
Sure, thank you. Sorry for being a bit late here. I'm in Chiang Mai on my Permaculture Learning Center homestead. So I work in the field of sustainability, and yeah, I'm just me and Jimmy. We had the honor of collaborating on a eco brick school, the first one made from plastic bricks, in Vietnam. And we're looking forward to continuing this concept and mission here in Thailand. So
Great. Yeah, for those of you that are not familiar with eco-brick, that's the term we use, plastic bottle. So we use plastic bottle to build instead of brick. That's what we call it, eco-brick. And for that project, the first ever eco-brick school in Vietnam, down in the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, Tanya teams and everybody else around Vietnam collect almost 10,000 bottles. So 10,000 bottles, and we save about 2 tons of plastic waste that otherwise would end up in landfill or oceans or rivers and streams and stuff like that. So it's a very, very meaningful project. And since then, we built another library in Hue, the same concept. And most of the schools that in Africa we built, they are eco-brick school, but they don't really shop plastic. They shop sand instead. So
sand,
yeah, they use sand. Yeah, okay. Dr. Wanda, Wang, just introduce yourself and then we get going. Please.
you're on mute.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Wanda. I'm originally from China and have been living in Thailand for nearly 30 years. Excuse me. I joined Toastmaster since 2008 and continuously very dedicated to the club for 5 years. And then 2022, I reinstate again. And last 3 years, I start from area director, become division director, and then now I become the CGD for District 97. Come to the project Building School Foundation. This interests me because to do education was my childhood dream. So all my life is about education. Before I came to Thailand, I was a researcher and a lecturer in university. Now I'm running my own company, but it's I have only 2 part-time worker with me, and yeah, I defined myself as an academical person, not a business. Yeah, this is my background. Thank you. Nice to meet all of you.
Great. All right. So basically, we have educators, we have teachers, we have professors, and we have everybody fascinated with schools and children and doing philanthropy, volunteer work. That's the right people that I want to associate BuildASchool Foundation with, because some of you probably do a lot of research or listen to my speech last month in Hanoi when we come back and do a conference there. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, more than 9 years, and we are currently at 183 schools. That's very interesting because when I was in Hanoi, the numbers only just a month ago, the number was 178. So as you see, just in the last month or so, we already, funded or committed or get funded ready for 5 more schools. So we really work at the speed of light. And that's something I like about Toastmaster. So we already into our next item 2 on our agenda, that we're going to define the purpose. Why are we here? And, through our quick introduction, we all know that this is why we're here. And building schools or schools in Thailand is really my goal for 2025, because I already have planned to return to Vietnam and Cambodia and Thailand for 2026. I already booked my plane ticket, and I go give you guys the time. And if the Toastmaster, District 97 match with that time, I will give you exactly the time I will be in Vietnam, in Cambodia, and Bangkok. I don't know who will host the conference next year, But I hope that I can return and we can announce at the district that we already have schools in Thailand, because I want to see progress. That's what I like to do. And like Tan, we'd like to go around and show people how to do this. So one, we cannot do this anymore. We will have other people know how to do this. And that's exactly the legacy that we want to pass on, because I know that this thing is bigger than any of us, that, this thing will go on once all of us is already gone. And that's what my goal, that's what I hope. We build school, we build bridges, but at the end of the day, what we try to build, we try to build people, we try to build leaders, right? That's what it's all about. Now, I'm going to turn over to Dr. Wanda to mention about why Thailand and why now, and then what exactly that we want to do in Thailand here, or what existing condition that we have. And right after that, we're going to kick in and we focus on 2 locations that we're really thinking about fundraise for. The one that's from current school that with Toastmaster Eva running school, and Dr. Wanda that helping financially. And I'm going to turn over that after that to Tan to mention about the Chiang Mai location and why we select Chiang Mai near the border with Myanmar. And and then after that we start understand the school, understand the cost, understand what needs to be done, and we're going to strategize how we do fundraise. Okay, so that's exactly what we try to do today. We're probably not going to get everything solved today, because it takes longer than an hour to get this thing finally done. But I think the goal is just everybody on the same page. I'd rather see 5, 6 people working together than 10, 20 that not really show up half of the time. Because this work is really hard. It takes a lot of commitment and dedication. I've been doing this, and I get up at 6, I go to bed at midnight. Last night, actually, I go to bed about 1:30 in the morning, my time here. It's the passion. We're not making any money in here. We're doing it just because we love what we do. And that's exactly why we're doing this. And that's exactly the people that I like to partner with, people that have a passion, that we're willing to, give up everything to do this. And, during the July 4th day here, but most of the parties I got invited to, I turned it down just because my goal, my heart and my soul is to build in school, not to, go eat hot dog and hamburger. I do that once in a while, but the goal is that I have to be home quickly and get going with things like this, having meeting people like this. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Dr. Wanda and just, going through the agenda here, and then start introduce about the school and the project that we try to shooting for here in Bangkok or outside Bangkok. Over to you, Wanda.
Okay, to respond to your first question, why Thailand? Because we are all in Thailand here, and Pastor Eva, we already have a school for 11 years, and just like earlier I mentioned, to be involved in education is my childhood dream, so I never give up my dream. And why now? Because I met you in Hanoi, and your story really touched my heart. And I think maybe this is the right time, right team, right person to be involved with. So this is why when you give speech on the stage, I ask you question. And then after I come back, I share the information with Pastor Eva, my partner, and also Duke. We have known each other a long time, and I like him. He's a very trustworthy young man, very smart. So when I asked him about this project, he is very interested. So this is why we're all joined together. And another man I mentioned in Thailand, he is a little bit aged, and he couldn't know how to use this one. But it's no problem. He is well connected, and he already found 3 places. Yeah, for the land situation, I already let Duke to prepare. He will be our spokesman to present what land, what the situation we have now. So now may I give back to you, Jimmy, you can.
Thank you very much. Let me make
Yeah.
sure that we set up so everybody, all the participant or whoever can share. So I think that, you already know my passion. You all listen to my speech. I think we have a great partnership here. We already demonstrate we can do a lot of things with Tans in Chiang Mai now. She used to be in Vietnam for like 10 years, and she taught international school in Ho Chi Minh City, and she traveled all over Vietnam to show them about all of these green initiative and all of these eco-brick. And we were like, dude, she engaged with children a lot, but then since COVID, she decided to move to Chiang Mai and now relocated and run her education center and farm up in Chiang Mai. So I think the timing is perfectly right. When we met you, we talked about you already have the school 11 years, but your school is always struggle for funding. You collect about 1,500, but you spend about 3,500. So you're short about 2,000. So definitely we want to listen to how we can find a viable solution for you, for school. It could be outside Bangkok, could be some other location. I can't wait to listen to do presentation here. And also after that, Tan is very vital because she already up in Chiang Mai, and she already, we've been talking about Thailand and Chiang Mai for years, months, if not years. So I think somehow the university just come together from the conference, and the timing is like perfect, right, for all of us. I have a couple more folks from the Royal Thai connections that not on the call, maybe a little bit too late or early for them, but I would rest assured I will harass them because they do a lot of golf tournaments in Thai to do a lot of businesses, and those are the way that they think they can help me fundraise or help us fundraise for some of this project. Okay, so with that, I'm going to turn over to you, Wanda, or whoever you'd like to present the information that we need to know about the Bangkok situation. We are kicking in item 3 on our agenda right now.
Okay. Before I let Duke present our 3 possible land, I want to mention one thing. In Sumubagan, do you know Sumubagan? There is a family, the ancient city. They have a lot of land. When they know about this project, they are very interested. But they imagine probably will have a lot of money want to invest to his land. But I said we are doing fundraising and to do the charity school to help the disadvantaged student.
Right.
So they don't rush jump into the project. And I said, okay, after I know everything about the project, I go back to them. They are like almost control Thailand, the family.
Okay.
If they can join us, will be very good. So the could be a candidate for maybe next step. So now let Duke practice because he will be our spokesman in the future for many things, and he already know the situation about the land. I let him present. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Wanda, for that nice introduction. Yes, so I will go over a few of the land options that we have. I just want to first say that Wanda and everyone, this is based off the information I was given. I know not everything's certain right now. There's a lot of things up in the air. So if anything I say, Wanda, sounds blatantly wrong, please feel free to jump in. But so for the land, I think we have 3 major sites that could be our potential sites. So our first site is in Chan Am or Phetchaburi. Phetchaburi is in like the south of Bangkok. It's by Hua Hin, if you know that major location. So this first landmark is owned by a friend of ours, Mr. Porn, who's open to partnership. So I believe that this Dr. Wanda's friend, Mr. Porn, owns this land himself, and he's willing to be a partner and a collaborator in a project. So this area, Cha Am, is pretty centrally located. It's definitely near multiple education and recreational facilities. And I think with this partnership, which I don't know all the details of, it could be a very low acquisition cost or maybe none at all if Mr. Porn is willing to be a partner. So that's the first land, and that's down in the Hua Hin, the south of Bangkok area. And I said here it's about 25 rai or around 10 acres of land. I believe rai is the Thai measurement for acreage, but I'll give them in both. So for our second plot of land, it is a plot of land that we looked at in the Korat region, which is more central Thailand. It's more north of Bangkok. It's in a Korat area, which is very densely populated. However, this land would be up for purchase of around 6 million baht per rai, or about 84 million baht for all 5 acres, just about. So I believe this is also Dr. Wanda has a connection with this land. However, it wouldn't be a straight collaboration like possibly with Mr. Porn. And also it's in a very densely populated area though that has a lot of need for these kinds of schools. A major northeastern city. And then for our third solid option is up in Chiang Rai. So that is it's in Mae Sai, Chiang Rai. It said it's about 15 acres and it's right up near the Myanmar border.
Yeah, I've actually been there quite a bit. It's nice location.
Awesome. Yeah. So right up near the Myanmar border. So of course, if with the refugee focus, that would of course be very helpful being right up there. I believe, however, this is 4.8 million baht per acre or per rai. So it would be about 182 million baht for all 15 acres. So with each land, I'm not sure exactly about the breakdown of what is needed for the school and then what we can buy, but that's just the base price I believe we received from each of these people.
Okay, I just wanted to chime in on the price just because I'm familiar with the price of land quite a bit. And in Chiang Mai, which is a much bigger city, it's only 1 million average per rai. So something to keep in mind with the price. Yeah,
Good to know.
And then Mae Sai is also very remote, so it should be cheaper,
Should be a lot less than that.
For my benefit, can somebody convert that to US dollars quickly, because then I don't have to do a mental math.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so, 1 million rai is like about $30,000.
Okay.
Roughly.
A million baht, yeah, is
a million baht. Yeah, a million baht.
I think about the price, we let now Mr. Pong is here. Mr. Pong, can you show your face more clearly? Mr. Pong, he's the one introduced all those 3 land, and he know those land, and he know the owner of the project, and he speaks English very well. Pong, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Can you hear me? You need to unmute yourself. Let me see whether I can unmute him.
I can request and he needs to unmute. That's okay. We can let Duke finish his presentation, and then we can ask Mr. Pong to chime in, Wanda.
Okay. Sure. That's pretty much the first 3 major plots. I believe we have one more that's a potential that maybe Miss Toastmaster Ava could could give a little more information about in Chonburi, which is on the east or west side of Bangkok, or east side, sorry, closer to Pattaya area. And Eva, Toastmaster Ava, if you want to finish that off and give a little more information about that, I think that would be great.
Yeah, the place in Chonburi is a nice place. It's up to 10 rise, and the place need a school. There's no school around, and the place is densely populated also. And we know now that Chonburi is the economic city of Bangkok now. A lot of companies there. So, and the price is also good, about 1 million baht per acre. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it seems Mr. Pong is ready to talk.
Sure.
Pong, can you introduce more about the Chiang Rai and Kora Kora or Kangen, I'm not sure.
It is in Konkan. Hello?
Yes, we
Yes.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can Konkan. Oh,
Oh, in
Konkan.
Kangen, not
Yeah,
Kora.
but one plot of land that I would like to suggest first is in Cha'am, because the owner want to join us as a partner. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
we are listening. Just
yes.
talk.
we hear
You're
you
listening.
fine.
Yeah, and also it's a very good location surrounding with the school, I mean the international school, big tourist attraction, and near Hua Hin, I mean the seaside very well known in the market. So for the location, I can say that it's a very good location for school.
Okay. All right.
And the second one in Konkan also, Konkan is in the city. For the more information, I will get it from my friend's owner. And the other one in Chiang Rai. Chiang Rai also a very good location, close to Myanmar border. That mean, but now there is one department store around that area also. So it's a quite good location. Those that we offer for 3 parts of land are very good location.
All right, Mr. Pong, this is Jimmy Tai. I'm a founder of BuildASchool Foundation in San Diego, California here. I highly interested when you have opportunity to talk to these 3 location or 3 lands owners. We probably would like to interest to know, and you can work with Dr. Wanda for more detail and get back to us. How can we partner with them to use the land for free, right? Because if we have to raise money to buy the land, I don't know if everybody think about it, but I just hear about $1 million baht, which is about 30,000 per acre, and I think even 1 acre should be good enough for us to start, because we don't build this thing overnight. But raising 30,000 for the land and then more money for the construction will be a big task. So if we can sign a partnership with this landowner that they allow us to build, and then they give us like 10, 20 years to use this for public use. Of course, the land, they still own the land. We don't own the land unless they donate it. But then it become a problem of logistically if somebody, and also legally, who will own that land. So those are the things that we can talk offline more detail when we start bringing a serious partner. But the way BuildASchool Foundation get free land from, let's say, Cambodia, people donate land, or Vietnam people donate land, those land belong to the local, right? To the city, to the village, to the people, whatever. We don't really own that land. We build the school, but they do have to sign the paper and say, I will make sure this school that got built here with public, money, donation, or with whatever, will be for public use. Because we try to avoid, I'm going to say this right up front because I'm a very honest person. We want to avoid the thing that we build something and it belong to somebody else personally, and the year after they kick all the students out and then we don't have anything. So we have to think about that. It have never happened to BuildASchool Foundation just because we have people sign a piece of paper and they take it to whatever the people that are, know the right, or they have witnesses to say, oh, I'm willing to give the land use here for at least 10, 20 years. Without that, I will not try to fundraise and do anything, because there's a risk that we might build and become somebody else's property. And that's the part that BuildASchool Foundation is very, very aware of that. So first of all, we definitely interested in people that kind enough, willing to give up the land for free. That would be great, and that become to belong to the people of that town, that village. Or secondly, somebody say, okay, I still own the land, but I let you guys use for free at least for like 10, 20 years. So we get the return on the investment that we build on the infrastructure. I just hope everybody understand that clearly, because we don't want it to become somebody else's property with all the hard work that we put it in. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
for your objective, I think I would like to recommend to have the existing school or university that they are willing to join our program.
It'll be fine.
It might be better.
Yeah.
You no need to invest to build the school, because
Yeah. I just wanted to add in that it's good to find like if there could be an organization that has a big land already or a temple, which we worked with the temple in Vietnam is a good place, you know, or a university, as you said,
Right.
is a nice way to make partnerships, you know, so we can benefit the community together, and then in that way we're not really buying the land ourselves.
Right. So universities, campuses, those are great people to partner with. Local community that really want to see the improvement for their local, those are the one that we're looking for. Also church and temple, like Tan mentioned, temple. We work in Javin. I work with so many Catholic. I work with so many pastor, good news, you know, I mean Christians group too. So those are the people that we love to partner because they there all the time with their church, with their temple, with their school. And then we don't have to worry about that people might just disappear because, you know, let's say they pass away or they have no more interest. So looking for somebody that have long-term interest in that community already to partner with, and that will make sure our project have a lot of legs when we stand up and say, hey, donors, try to come and work with us or give us money, right? Because that would be the first thing they ask. What happened when we donate your money and you build a school, and then who going to run it and who maintain it, and all of that question will come up. So I just want to give all of you, from my experience, the lessons right up front. We have to be very smart in picking the right partner and spend, you know, years of our life to devote for this effort. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
I would like to let you know more about in Thailand. Usually the school and university in the rural area, they usually located in the temples, temple area, that for free of charge, because the temple never charge anything because they let the school to be built in the land.
Yes.
I mean,
that's the music to my ear because I'm Buddhist, so I love to work with temple people.
okay, I could find something like that as I explained to you.
Yes.
Instead of the empty land, and you have to invest in construction, you have to pay more money, because I know that it is only for the like that means what we call anything that you never pay money.
All right.
It might be better.
Cool. I'm going to let Duke finish his presentation, or even with Pastor Eva there. You have any idea about the cost? Because we talked about the land, that's the first part. Now, let's say we try to build 2-3 classrooms. You have any idea about the cost? Because we do need to have that figures.
Okay, I had an experience because we have built in Thailand. We've the former place we are staying, we built it. I have experience in building in Thailand. Is the materials are not really too expensive in Thailand. Building materials are not really too expensive, but we need to get honest people that will, you know, want to build, they want to work. And we had an experience which was not really good, because when we were building the first place, we gave some people huge amount of money. I think they disappeared. So what we came out with is we buy the materials for them and then charge them, how much will you take to build this? So we get some people and give them what we really want the different people to do. But we are the one that bought the materials. So it helped than when we give money and say, okay, go and buy this. We bought everything and then we looked for workers and they did it. I think that's the best way to do.
Okay. We need more concrete. I think I need exactly the cost of material. Let's say build a 2 classroom, right? I always want people to understand the way we do it. We do like small bite size that we can handle. So we build 2 classrooms this year, and maybe we build 2 more classrooms next year based on the need, right? We see more students coming in, we see the growth, and that's how we do it. It doesn't have to be all at once. But even with 2 classrooms, say each classroom is, let's say, pick a number, 50 meters square or whatnot, and then how much it costs to build from material, how much it costs from the labor, because we need to have all this number down to dollars and cents to be able to go talk to donors. Okay, so those are the things that I need more information. If you don't have it, that's okay. But we need about finding the right people, whatnot. That's exactly why I put Tan into this project. She has experience doing this thing, and we not gonna do with anybody that not dishonest, because we can't afford to make a mistake of somebody take our money and disappear. I mean, the name of BuildASchool Foundation will be like, nobody give us a second chance on this. So we have to invest in the people, and not only you looking for people that are honest, people have to do this on the very cheap, because they do it because this is a volunteer effort. And we expect parents, we expect children, we expect teachers, all of these people are going to spend time and work on this project, right? Because this is how we are very hands-on organization. If you look at some of the video that we post, the children in Thailand, in Vietnam, Philippines, or Cambodia, they the one carry all the material up the mountain to do this construction, because this is a community project and everybody got to get involved. They don't have money, then they donate their time to work on the construction. Those are the expectations from us. So, hiring somebody that do everything from A to Z is not the BuildASchool Foundation style, because when you do that, you don't create a skin in the game. They have to have skin in the game. They don't have money, then they donate their time. They don't have money, then they donate their land. They don't have money, then they donate effort to go fundraise. Those are the people that we're looking for. Okay, but I do need to have that number, Dr. Wanda. We do need to have exactly how much it costs to build this thing before we can go put together a fundraise, strategy.
Yeah, through through experience of what we've done before, I think $1 million baht can go to an extent to help to start, like what you said, starting gradually, and $1 million baht can at least help and get something for us. Tan, do you agree with me? Have you been in this part
Yeah, I
before?
do. I would just double check. I have some contractor people, I might check over here just how much would a 15-meter square building cost. And obviously we'll do it by cement. So yeah, it's I'll check too. But I do think $1 million is a good, which is about 30,000 USD is a good number. But I think it's best that we can check. Maybe you can check your people and I check here too. And probably Mr. Pong know some stuff about that as well.
So Tan, for my education purposes, for about $1 million baht or 30,000, that's what size of the school or classroom that we're talking about?
Well, I need to double check the numbers carefully. I can't really say, but I was basing it off of the 15-meter square 2-classroom
15
project.
or 50? 50?
You said 15, right? That's
15
what you
very small.
15 is very small. 15 is very
Yeah.
small. 50,
So
50.
you want 100
Usually we build minimum 50 to 100 meters square
okay. Per classroom?
per classroom.
Even
Or
50.
we can divide that classroom in two.
Oh, 2 classrooms for the whole size. Yeah. I'll check into it.
Mr. Pong, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're gonna work out with Dr. Wanda. Please give us all your requirement, and then we will work out.
Okay.
First, the dimension of the school, how many square meter that you need to build. Then secondly, about the land, how many acre you want, something like that, and then we will calculate about the construction cost.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, we hear you. We're taking note. That's why sometimes you see the quiet, just because we're taking note.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, I will work out with Dr. Wanda.
Okay, great.
Okay. And I just come to know that your purpose is to look for, the land that never charge you anything, because this is for donation, for charity.
Right.
It's not for business.
Yes, this is a non-profit organization. We're doing this thing for the children, and none of us benefit anything from here. So that's why we need a lot of help from people. And like that's exactly why I bring people like Tan to the project, because let's say we build something in Chiang Mai, she will be the one that supervise the project and be there and see what's going on, right? And then she will be the one that roll up the sleeve and working with them too. So that's why. Okay, so I think right now we still not having a concrete of exactly what we built, and that's something that's very important that we need to know based on, because the way I see it, we build based on needs. So I like to see, okay, right now I know that the school, Dr. Wanda and Pastor Eva having about like 20, 25 students that we talked last time. So if we only have 25 students so far, one classroom should be more than enough, or we have students in different level that we need a bigger classroom, and then we can divide it so multiple children can learn because they're different. Or in Chiang Mai, let's say we build a school for refugee up there north with Myanmar, we can start out with one classroom, 50 meters square, 50, like 50. So that's like over 500 square feet by American standard. And that would be a perfect classroom. But I will send you guys, when we start having the group here, you can see some of the typical schools, classroom we built in Vietnam or Cambodia. So you have some idea what it looked like for them to start learning and then get the project going. But we do need to know at least, the students that will come to the school and all of this, because if we don't have students, we don't have teachers, then what is the point of building the classroom, right? So we got to make sure that there is the needs that we try to solve here. And there are people that just basically already learning, but they're learning in very, harsh condition, or they don't have classroom, they have to study under somebody else's patio or whatnot. Those usually the condition that we walk in and help. We don't really just say, hey, let's build a school and then start looking for teacher and student. We go opposite, and Tan with me, she knew that in Chavin we have tons of kids already come and learned, and they just don't have the facility. That's why we have to go and build a school for them. So those are the things that I just want to remind everybody very carefully. We got to have all of these needs before we spend so much time and effort doing this.
Yep, and I just wanted, in terms of Chiang Mai, what I haven't personally looked for any locations yet, but I do have a few ideas of some hill tribe communities and things like that I could connect into, and a few nonprofit organizations that might be interested in doing this kind of project. So I will spend the next, I don't know when our next meeting is, but I'll try to have some leads by then.
Okay.
In case, and I don't know, Jimmy, are you thinking that we're going to build one school as a group, this group, or two?
It depends on how viable is the solution. Right now, let's kick off with one. I think when Wanda came to me in Hanoi last month, she in a dire straight situation because she currently have school runs, by Pastor Eva, and she losing about $2,000 every month with this international school for a lot of children and things like that. I think we do have the video from last meeting that we definitely can share with you so we can learn more. But you run a business that losing $2,000 a month, it's unsustainable, right? So that's why I say, hey, we have to fix it somehow. Either you have to move outside, get a smaller classroom, or get more people donate. And my goal is always try to be on our own, because you have to find the sustainable solution instead of expecting people coming in and help you all the time. And the school in Chiang Mai, I'm looking for your leadership, because when you find the right people, you see a right need, and then we build a school. Again, we expect somebody ready to step in and teach and do all of that. Because BuildASchool Foundation not in the business of running any of these stuff. We build and we turn over to the local and let them manage. And that's why it's very vital for me right in the beginning. I have to see the partner that potentially can maintain and run this school, successfully. That's when we turn over the local, we don't really involve much except for coming back and say, hey, do you need to build more? Or do you need us to help you build more? But they gotta be the one. We're not involved in the O&M, operational and maintenance. And that's the part that I'm going to make it crystal clear right now, that I don't want to get fall into the trap that I have to sustain and support this school forever, because with 183 schools going, I cannot do that, right? BuildASchool Foundation, not in the business of sustain all of this operation. The operation has to be sustained by itself from day one. It has to show me a viable path before we invest and build anything. So those are the things I just want everybody to understand very clearly. Okay, so with that, I see that we have a few action items here. I just want the team that looking at the location in Bangkok, outside Bangkok, to see what else or what question do you have that we be able to help answer. And same thing with you, Tan. Now we know that we're looking for a project to have the first classroom up and running, and what exactly the detail of that, how much it costs, can we get the land for free? And where's the funding come from will be our next part of our discussion before we wrap it up. Because once we have these numbers, then the hard part is how to go fundraise and get people, sign up and give us money to go do this. So, Wanda, anything else from your team on the location on your current school, or what you're thinking about, moving the school to different location or whatnot? We'd like to hear yours.
Okay, so for the school now we are having, it's in La Pao 49, and the classroom, the whole building, the first floor and the second floor, my company rent it, and the first floor, every floor is about 250 square meters, and I rent it, I paid rent, and I never use it, and actually that place. Pastor Eva told me if we can have a right group team to recruit more students, more or less pay some, still can sustainable for the school. Like if Duke can be involved, and the classroom now third floor, second floor, still have enough students, enough room for the students. So before we can find the land, build up the new classroom, we can continue. We can continue with this school. And what do you think, Toastmaster Eva?
Yeah, it's a good idea, because our purpose is to help many more. And there are a lot of them that trooping every day that really need help, a lot. But we cannot really help everyone because of our resources. Yeah, if we can put head together and bring in many more of them. Teachers are not a problem to us. Yeah, if we can do that. But there's a question I want to ask Jimmy. What curriculum do you use in the schools you built?
I don't get involved with that. I let the local handle that, because in Vietnam, that's an area I don't want to touch, because that's a government controlled country, right? So I don't involve in the curriculum. Same thing in Thailand, in Philippines or Cambodia. The curriculum they already have it, and whatever the government tell them to learn and stuff, that's what they use. We don't get involved with that curriculum part.
Okay. Yeah, that's the area you're talking about. Also, liaising with the locals. Because when you want to come in as a school, every country has their own regulations. There are regulations you need to meet in order to start a legal something. You understand?
Right.
So we have to also put that into consideration, because in Thailand, they have their regulations which we need to meet if we want to get a school and call it a name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, whatever you currently have, those are the decision between you and Dr. Wanda that need to sort it out. And if 10 in Chiang Mai, let's say we have a second school in Chiang Mai, she like to adopt a curriculum or she like to adopt some local curriculum. Because think about it, what the goal right now is try to help the disadvantaged children that really need to have basic education. I'm not trying to solve the problem that kid finish high school and go to college, even though we do support, college, fund and scholarship and things like that. That's not the priority because those are the kid, not the first priority of our health. Our health first priority is really kids in the rural area that don't even have the school, don't even have the basic education yet, right? And when we take care of those and the kids that, have more opportunity to finish high school and go to college, those are the ones that we will try to help, but not my top priority right now. Because there's so many kids around the world really need basic information, basic education first.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I focus on. But your curriculum question, those are something between you and Dr. Wanda, and you need to sort it out with the local. We will not get involved with that. For us, just the fundraising to build the infrastructure for the children to learn is already the big task, and that's usually our focus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's up to the beneficiary, essentially. Just an example of in Vietnam, actually it's a vocational training center. The infrastructure that we built, it wasn't an actual school with a curriculum in that sense. So that's more up to whoever we decide to partner with, that needs the school, essentially.
Yeah, a lot
Okay.
of facility we build is more like tutor centers, kind of. After the kids go to school during the day or in the morning at the regular, government school, and they still trailing behind. They don't have enough computers. So the one that we build, let's say in Javin, we build a classroom. They coming in and they learn a lot of skills besides just education. I mean, academic. They learn how to fix engines because we have people coming in. They learn English because we have like 20 computers for them to learn English, and we have remote teacher that help them. And then we teach them IT, and then we also teach the girl how to bake and how to cook, and then now they also learn Chinese, and they also learn Taekwondo because we have somebody coming in and teach them Taekwondo. So there's a multi-purpose classroom, think it that way, a multi-purpose room that we build for the community, and the children can come and learn. And the head of administrator from that facility, in this case, would be the Buddhist abbot or Catholic priest. They will be the one that work with the local and try to find people and find classroom or find topic that the children need, right? So those are the reason why we don't have, let's say, a set curriculum that BuildASchool Foundation force everybody to use, because that's beyond our ability to do and also to monitor. That would make it too difficult. Right? And that's the reason why I say we select partner very carefully, that people understand what we do and the mission that we do here, try to help the disadvantaged children that if we don't help, they can't even get the basic education.
Yeah, I'm getting the idea now. I'm getting the idea of what you are doing. So when you build the schools like the one you are talking about, you equip the school, right? With the computers and every other thing, you equip the school. Okay, yeah.
Yes. We will not do that at first, but eventually the second year could be the IT room. The next year could be a sewing machine. If they, like the one we built in Africa, we have like 60 women, and they need something more than just learning, because they need a way to make money. So we have to buy them like 10 sewing machines to teach, and the head of school teach them how to make dresses, how to make hygiene product for females, and they turn around, they sell these things, and they become self-sustained. Because this 60 battered women also have 50 unfathered children that they have to feed, right? So basically, we build more than just a school. We build more like a community center, a safe haven for children or for women. There's all kind of problem that we try to solve here, and it's not like a typical classroom school with curriculum. But whatever you have, we're more than happy to partner and work with you for the part that you need our help. Okay.
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, it's a very good one. A basic, giving people the basic, like giving people leverage.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, sure.
Vocational school.
Yes,
Train them
vocational.
to have ability to survive, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And also sometimes we help them build homestay so they can run these homestay to making money. And eventually a lot of our foreigners, because one of the things that BuildASchool Foundation champion, we call travel with purpose, right? I have a lot of Rotarians that supporting us. They want to come to Vietnam. They want to come to Cambodia and spend 3 days teaching English or dealing with the children, and they donate while they stay there. And this also helps the children learn English, run the kitchen, and turn into like a mini homestay that people can come and stay and you know, pay them $10-20 a day, right? And that's a huge demand right now for what we call travel with purpose. And I need more of these centers so I can have one in, you know, let's say 3 in Vietnam, 1 in Cambodia, potentially 1 in Thailand. That would be something meaningful. People can come on vacation in Bangkok, but they always ask me, hey, if there's a way that I can spend 2-3 days with your children and do something meaningful. That's a high demand for that. And people willing to donate their time to teach, or they donate money or help fundraise. So those are the solution set that we look into for people that try to engage with us more than just one way, right? So those are the idea that I just want to let you know. The center we build eventually can turn into a vocational play, or it could be a homestay that, you know, the head of school can help, you know, sustain that with the income the student potentially can learn and raise. Because, you know, why do they learn English? Why do they learn cooking? Why do they learn, you know, all of these things if you don't offer them the opportunity to earn money and sustain that center, right? Or when Tan coming in, she would teach them how to grow green vegetable and how to be self-sustained by, you know, using the land. So those are more skills that we try to teach than just academic.
So
Yeah.
all those schools you built up worldwide, are they running successfully?
I have not got anything that failed just because our vested process is very carefully. We vested very carefully. We have partner up front, and usually we coming back. I mean, to be honest with you, I cannot really answer yes to all 183 projects out there. But at the beginning, I make a mistake of trying to be everywhere in all like provinces in Vietnam. Vietnam used to have like 63 provinces. Now they try to reduce to 33. But even though with that, like 10 days, I'm in Vietnam. I mean, Vietnam about the size of California, and try to cover all of that place is crazy. I mean, so now my strategy completely changed. I have a center in the north, I have a center in the central, I have a center in Highland, I have a center in Mekong Delta, and I keep growing these centers, and then I bring the people back, right? So that would be better, and that's exactly why in the last 3 years we built over 40 schools just in Kampong Chenang of Cambodia, one province that we keep growing that province. We have a few in outside Phnom Penh, we have a few outside Siem Reap, but that's far few in between. I just focus on taking care of the Kampong Chenang, the middle part between, you know, Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. That's exactly the strategy that I want to apply now to other places.
Okay, Duke, do you have any question?
No, I think that was great. For the regional centers, kind of currently, Jimmy, you don't have a big presence in Thailand, is that correct?
I don't have any presence in Thailand, period.
Okay, so you have nothing in Thailand. Okay, so these places would be your first, you know, your first schools in Thailand.
Right. And I really want to look at things in 3 to 5 year project, right? We can build a first classroom this year to get it going and prove the concept worked and prove to the people that we can really deliver what we promised, because to us that's very important. There's so many rich people want to leave the legacy and they want to leave their name on the wall of the school and the classroom. And that's the part that you see, you know, why we have to build school, leave a legacy. One of the things we promised to our donors that donate 1,000 or more, when the school is built, we have to dedicate plaques and your name will be on that. And Tan can attest to it because she worked with us in that Eco Brick school in Tra Vinh. And now every time she go back to Tra Vinh, her name or her organization names on the wall. So that's a legacy that you leave behind when you try to pitch to your donor, right? We have that commitment. We have not had the opportunity to name the name of some people to the center just because in Vietnam I cannot name the name of the school. That's something that the government won't allow me to do that. But let's say if you build something like this in Chiang Mai or other part of Thailand, and you have the big donor that donate the land and donate stuff, there's nothing to prevent us from naming that school to his or her name, or the family name, right? Because we own this thing, then we definitely can have the right. I mean, of course, there's a rule and regulation that we want to make sure we don't violate, but I don't see that. There's many people already mentioned to me that they want to see the center in Vietnam bury the Thai name, but I say like, I'm not sure about that, and I don't really care about that ego either. So, but naming right is something that really sexy when you're talking about marketing and find donor, because that's something that American university do extremely well, American hospital do extremely well, and there's no reason why BuildASchool Foundation cannot adopt that, right? If people want to have that name or see their name, and we will find a way to get that on the wall.
Mr. Pong, do you have any question, please?
No question, only suggestion. As Thailand is a agricultural country. So I think that if some school they have a campus or big empty land, we're gonna use those land for agriculture or doing farming to earn money for supporting the school. That is the one way to help the school to be sustainable. Hello.
Great. And we hear you. Yeah, the sustainable model is something that I will count it on Tan, because Tan's very experienced in this part, and she can be a great help. And she definitely have curriculum about doing green and a lot of these things, and even recycle. That's something that Tan has a lot of material in her company. She advised people on those. So those are the things that we can bring to the table. Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Great idea. Yeah.
And that's exactly what we like to see, because if people keep thinking about we building school and whatnot, we definitely more than that. You can see it by now, right? That's why we're looking for people that really want to do philanthropists for the right reason here. And I'm telling you, I have a very rich person that grow a lot of marijuana, and she really wanted to call me and say, hey, I really want to partner with you, build school, and then your children can help grow marijuana. I say, nope, that's a wrong image. That definitely, I don't want to send the image that we build school based on the money that make them marijuana, even though that's a wonderful idea, and I know the government allow whatnot, but I don't want my children to be anywhere near marijuana. It just doesn't jive together when we do those things. So those are the part that there's some partner we will say yes, and then a lot of partner we definitely will say no. All right, Tan, anything else from you from the Chiang Mai location?
No, all good. Just looking forward to reaching out to people now and meeting everybody here, and finding our first location. So
cool. All right.
So Tan,
Andy,
you are Thai or?
Yeah, Andy, you're very quiet, and see anything else that you want to chime in?
Talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I believe that we've got a very good group here, because everyone seems to have an idea of what they can and can't do. From your experience and from your leadership, I see that you've given us a creative mode. I think one of the things we have in our school is that we have space. My question to you is, if we have a first and second floor that is not being occupied, and we actually bring more students in, and we have people that are going to teach or instruct, your idea about vocational would be a very good idea.
Right.
So that would expand the school and also maybe generate some income. The other thing that I wanted to mention was Mr. Paul and I, 10 years or 12 years ago, were involved with aquaponics, and we talked a lot about retirement locations where we could actually build retirement places for expats, whether it be Japanese or Korean or American or UK,
All
whatever.
over
One of the things that I see is that those lands are available. Those lands we can plant, we can grow. And I've studied aquaponics with partners when I was with Pacific Education Medical Foundation. And I went and studied a lot of that with people who are experts. And I also see that aquaponics is a way to grow with sustainability because people need to feed themselves. And those things are important. So my bottom line is that you've given us some information which is very pertinent in getting to needs of people, needs of country, needs of the neighborhood, because we need to take care of the community, just like in Chiang Mai. If you're going to grow something and feed the people and teach them how to feed themselves, that's where the need is.
Right.
So I think that we actually are getting to the point that you want, which is to grow more schools. So when we can sustain ourselves in some kind of a institution or I don't care, a building or one classroom, that's the motive that you're trying to give us. And I think you were very successful in explaining that to me today, which I didn't understand before. So I think we're going in the right direction. And I think the big thing, like you said, is cost. The cost of our cost to invest, our cost to raise funds, the cost to build the first school, the work to get ourselves, like you said, committed. You're looking for committed team. So I think we're moving in that direction. So I thank everyone here.
Right. Really right on. Yeah. When I mentioned that you have a second floor that open and not used and you pay for it, that's killing me because you throw money out the window every month and you have to find it. You are Toastmaster, right? You can open communication class, you can open improv class, you can teach, like now you mentioned about aquaponics. A lot of the summers here, right? Parents looking for things for their children to do. Why can't you offer summer classes? You can do a speak class to raise funds. You can do something, or aquaphonic. Why don't you offer an aquaphonic class that people can come and learn, right? So these are we call skills to cash. Take whatever skill you have and see how you can turn into cash by offering like summer class or even free classes to community, because some of these children might not have money to come and learn. I'm teaching English. I know that's something that will definitely catch on with people, right? You can just have an English class and then people will come and say, hey, I come and speak English with a native person. These are very, very sexy things that we can all do with our skill set here. And first of all, you can offer for free. So you can, get going with the community, and next class thing you can say, okay, now you want to learn the basic, fine. You want to learn the advanced thing, like you want to learn debate, you want to learn public speaking, you want to become a leader. It's a lot of these things that we all need to think of, put our thinking hat on, say, how can we do this? So we're not having the second floor paid for, but not used. Or can we rent to somebody that interested to do something and collect the money and help to run school? So these are the things that now you have to put your business hat on and see how can I reduce my expenses or grow my revenue, right? These are very, very important in running business. And that's the part when I say I run the charity here, but I run like a business, because at the end of the day, if we don't have money, we cannot really do good for anybody. So those are the part that I really want to challenge all of you, especially Toastmaster. We have a great skills that everybody want to learn, become a great speakers, right? Or learn English in this case. Dude, I like to listen to your idea because I listened to your speech when you compete at the district, and I know that you have a great story to tell, and you have a lot of experience working in international markets. So what angle, what opportunity you see that we can help, bring people together or fundraise or find a way to do this?
Well, thanks, Jimmy. Regarding especially the second floor space, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with it being some sort of community space where people like me or other Toastmasters can share our skills. Personally, the skills definitely high in demand in Thailand. English speaking, number one. I think, Thailand has a very low English literacy rate compared to the rest of Southeast Asia. And I know, with some credibility, I think, with the right teachers, the right tutors, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to, have a learning center where private tutors and different teachers can go, maybe giving some sort of advanced English lessons. I think that's the first thing. And then the second thing you mentioned, I think public speaking. I know that especially in Thailand, there is a big market for that. There's a lot of well-off parents who will send their kids, no matter what, to a public speaking or debate coaching. So, I think both of those skills particularly, and in Thailand specifically, there's definitely a market for it. I think from what I've known and experienced, a lot of to get into a certain bracket of clientele, it's a lot of word of mouth, which builds up credibility and whatnot. So I know that, it's very, communal here, very, very much trusting throughout families and word of mouth. So I know that there's kind of a threshold to get into that scene, but, nothing that I think that there's not a demand for in Bangkok.
Okay, great. I firmly believe that. And one thing is also business English for business people. That's another thing, right? We don't just target children. There's a lot of people doing businesses that they want to be able to communicate well and also expand business, international business. And you have a lot of people that rich and famous and want to do more. I'm ready to step in and coach them, how to bring the business to America or how to train them in conducting business with American or Western people. There's a lot of things that we can help and offer. And I have tons of these classes because I coach average anywhere from 16 to 20 CEOs every given week, right? So I have a lot of material. I have a lot of classes that we can offer and fundraise. These are the things that we do, and at the end of the day, people pay. It all go into the fundraise that we try to do here, right? So those are the topics I just want to touch very briefly. I know it's late in Thailand. I want to respect everybody's time. So we're gonna we're gonna go over the action item, and then when will be our next meeting. I like to set up kind of like Toastmasters regular, so everybody kind of block the calendar and come back over and over at the same time. So and then we try to keep it to the no more than 45 minutes because we use the Toastmaster style. Today I still don't get a lot of information out about the cost and things, but that's okay. A lot of us meeting here for the first time, so this is like another introduction meeting here. But starting next meeting, we have a fixed agenda that we like to pound it on over and over, right? And those are the part that I like to do. So my propose here is that if we meet every other Monday at this time, would everybody be okay? I don't think we need to meet every week because you have to go home and do homework and you have to do a lot of these things before you come back and present. That's the thing, okay? We don't just come here and get information. You have to be ready to present too, right? Just like Toastmaster, you have to be active participant. Everybody okay in 2 weeks? Thumbs up?
Sure.
Okay. And I know that we cannot be available all the time, but if you're not available, make sure you have a partner or somebody cover you. Let's say if Toastmaster or Pastor Ava need to come back and present a viable solution to let's say how to use the second floor, then if she happened to be on vacation or whatnot, then she needs to make sure that somebody will cover that part. So we don't just say, oh, we don't show up today, but the agenda is not covered because the speaker is on vacation. That will not be acceptable with our group. Okay, you got to make sure the message will be conveyed. Okay, so I will set up the next meeting for every other week. We're going to get together and I try to set up the fixed agenda. It's very similar to Toastmaster. We have two people present something and everybody can chime in and provide feedback or provide input, right? We don't really give feedback, we give input too, right? The next topic I really want to cover for our next meeting is really pinned down to the cost to construct 1 or 2 locations here, and also idea to fundraise. How can we fundraise and who partner that we can put it in. And let's say you have the problem to solve here, that how to raise $30,000 in a matter of a couple of months, right? Okay, boom. Now let's say next week we say, oh, here's the land available in Chiang Mai from the temple, from the university. You guys ready to go in and build a classroom anytime for these kids, let's say in Chiang Mai. Are we ready to have a game plan to go raise $30,000 in a matter of, like 2 months somewhere and get the project 3 months somewhere and then get the project going in September? Those are the real problem that we have to hit pretty quick, pretty fast. Okay.
Okay, so Pong, We
Yeah.
will meet every other Monday. Is it okay for you?
Okay, because I have something to do sometime. If I'm not available, I will leave something for you to bring into the meeting. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Make
Okay.
sure the information are shared and you can work offline. It's a lot of work, but you have to dedicate at least like 1 hour every day for this effort. If you like say, oh, this is something I want to go do, right? I mean, either spend time to teach, sometimes to go network with people, sometimes to go talk to potential donors, or talk to contractor, collect cost info, all of these stuff. They're going to be, the way I work is I have to fix dedication time to do things. So I lock it in. I like to lock it in 7 o'clock my time on Monday. It will be the Thailand project. Okay.
Okay, so the agenda for next meeting will be fix the location and the idea of fundraising.
Yes. I really like to run two projects in parallel here. One is in Bangkok, outside Bangkok, and one is in Chiang Mai because that's where Tam's at, or somewhere near location. Of course, we need the feedback coming in. Where can we get free land, or who we can partner that donate the land that we can see viable to use. So those will be the first criteria. So I would draft the requirement that we have, and the classroom that I'm looking at is probably 50 meters square. 50 that we were first to go, and then we keep growing from there, right? And then that's give people some idea. And also if we think about sustain the current location you have with Pastor Eva, then we have to figure out how to use the second floor and figure out how the funding can come in and balance it out, because I don't think you can run the operation that losing $2,000 every month for long. Okay. All right. With that, I'm going to go around the horns here and ask everybody anything last minute, any other question or input, and then we wrap it up because I know it's late in Bangkok already. Let's start with you first, Duke, since you on my upper left corner.
I have no further questions. I think we got some good action items. Just to narrow down our land and our costs is kind of the priority right now. So I've learned a lot. Thanks for having us in this meeting, Jimmy.
All right, Eddie.
Same here. I haven't finished all my questions. I think that we have a lot to digest and we have a lot of work to go ahead with. So thank you for your input.
Great. All right, Pastor Eva.
Yeah, I am happy for what you are doing. Today made me to understand really what you are into. Yeah, it's a very good project. I want to be a part of it. Anyhow, I can help. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Mr. Pong.
I have no more question, but I'm so happy to join our meeting today.
Great.
And your program is quite good. That I want to bring some friends to join us also.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank
Pam.
All good here, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to our next meeting and coming up with those costs and location options. So nice to meet everybody. And also feel free to be in touch in the chat if we want to keep talking. Yeah.
So are you in the group or the WhatsApp group? You use WhatsApp or you use Line? WhatsApp?
I use both, but aren't we in the Facebook group? Is there another group? A WhatsApp group as well?
Yes, Dr. Wanda created a WhatsApp group. So
okay, sure.
maybe we need to connect. We need to figure out we use one or the other. Otherwise, it's too much to maintain two groups, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
We can all migrate to WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp and Messenger a lot in my business. So let's use WhatsApp. Okay. All right, Dr. Wanda.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have this meeting, and I'm glad that our two new members, Duke and Pon, like this project. And I think we will figure out my empty office, maybe can do something good. Let Duke take over, look at it. We may figure out some ideas.
Great. All right. I really think this is the right group. Everybody that we bring on board, make sure that they understand what we are about. And I'm glad to hear that both Dr. Wanda, Andy, and Pastor Eva understand what BuildASchool Foundation is all about. We a lot about helping the disadvantaged children that nobody really want to help, right? So that's would be my top priority. And once we have passed that, and then we definitely looking for opportunity to offer scholarship to students that thinking about college, but mainly in education track, that they can come back and return in 3-4 years and be a teacher and reinvest in the ecosystem that we try to build. And the reason I bring Tans in, because she has a lot of knowledge about life skill that we can teach the children besides just academic. And those are the holistic approach that we try to solve here. I hope everyone, walk away with that message, because we cannot come and give people fish, right? We have to learn how to give them the fishing rods so they can go fish for themselves. That's pretty much the Lao to use, philosophy that BuildASchool Foundation champion. Okay, so I'm going to close out the meeting, and I will make sure that I send you what AI Zoom help me capture the gist of the summary here. But the action item will be something that I will make sure we capture that. And Dr. Wanda, I think in this group, everybody already in the WhatsApp. So maybe just add 10 to the WhatsApp group so we can just use the WhatsApp to communicate. And while we're waiting for the 2 weeks, we have information to share. Just feel free to share on that group, so we don't have to wait until the meeting. The meeting really the time that we hit hard all the key issue or present key data that people can make decision. It's not where we have to come in here and start reading material, right? We are Toastmasters, so we are like well prepared and well, informed. And those are the idea that I like to run this, organization as well. Okay. So with that, I'm going to ask everybody, if you don't mind, or if you do, then I understand too. We don't want to turn everybody into like mindful people, but I always like to close out the meeting with a minute of mindfulness. So I'm going to sound the bell, and all we have to do is just, pay attention to our breath and be thankful for the 1 hour and 27 minutes that we spend here with each other. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Good job. Good
Good
night.
night.
Take care.
Good night, everyone.